Soldier Field.
Tonight, hard to believe, our final Thursday night game of the year, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Chicago Bears.
Just about set to roll now from snowy Chicago. And off we go from Soldier Field.
And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. This pass complete to Melton.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossing. Down to the 10, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To the air, Allen. He's able to find Melton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Half 85, half 85. Alert, alert, alert. Yep.
Here's Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The Bears at 7 and 8 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Going deep here for Watkins.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Levis, he's going to audible to something else. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And the Texans first down.
Play action now. Levis. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A.J. Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him. And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They do go for it. Here's Allen. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, It always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 15-yard line.
5 wide.
Allen now looks to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Texans football to start quarter 2.
Swift. Touchdown, Houston. Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 21-0.
21. Bears nothing.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Allen's throw pulled in by Milton. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Regular. Half 10. Half. Attack!
Now Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Allen's throw is complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Allen. Touchdown Bears! Tyler Goodson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears get a bit closer. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here.
Stop. Hey, home. What's that?
Allen will try to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Campbell. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to the same target, Campbell. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Levis sets up to throw here. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure pressure on the defense. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Swift hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Texans' 31-yard line.
Allen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Campbell making the catch. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And they're going to speed things up here.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Devin Duvernay, 74 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Alert! Alert!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, tight.
Allen now on 1st down. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
56.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Allen to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On play action, Allen. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's another Bears 1st down.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's different influences going into the head coach's ear. You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's 2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake, going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air, Allen. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on first down is Allen.
Pass complete across the formation to Melton.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Tight. Middle.
And again, it's Allen.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Now Allen again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Alert!
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyler Goodson, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Levis now on 2nd down. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
3rd and 5. Levis looking to move him around a bit.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. Touchdown!
There is Campbell, 29 yards. And the Texans are able to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught.
Quez
Touchdown, Bears.
48 yards. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit.
So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans hands team recovers. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll run right here with Swift.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. They juked him. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
This 2nd and 4. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Succop's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. There he goes, right side. Inside the 10. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point put through by Succop, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Allen's throw is complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Allen to throw once more.
With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Allen. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Here's Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Touchdown, Houston. A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick. And the Texans add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Here we go now as they will again try for two. And Levis going to change the play. It's complete. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for two more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen trying to lay one up deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
That's good for the Chicago Bears.
Now Allen. And this is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Allen will try to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think, now a loose football. The ball comes out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
And now an audible here into something else. Levis will try to throw for the 2.
That's caught. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
35.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Allen now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Second and 10.
Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Allen to throw it. And now here's another interception. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with the defense out at timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Now he'll escape to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Down the right sideline, and he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Right back to Duvernay. That's complete.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Levis out of the shotgun now. He'll get this off to Swift.
No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
That is caught. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Back to the same target, Campbell.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Suck up for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Texans 75, Bears 35.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Texans,
they earned just their 3rd victory of the season against those 13 losses.
and they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears,
their slim playoff hopes now about dead as they fall to 7-9 on the year.
and they will look to turn it around next time out. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.